think ditto that. Uh, Even we have worked with now two casting directors. Actually, that's a question more for the casting director fraternity. Because there is a lot of insecurity that creeps in that when I want, suppose, a particular kind of actor and the casting director is not able to give it to me, he or she feels uh, not very happy about the fact that not being able to deliver. But actually, that's not the case. So it's between the networking of casting directors that you might have a certain actors in your bouquet, and you need to have an exchange. So we, even like what you said, it doesn't matter to us whether it's coming from you or from somebody else. What is important is we need someone to fit our requirement. So
So-
that can be in every.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to add here. Sorry.
Yeah.
That what I like most about this portal is also that, when I was doing Jodha Akbar, we needed these oboe players and particular instruments. And at that time, we had to go searching all over, and we found two in Canada, two in somewhere in Europe, and had to source them and get them. It took some time for us to do.
Yeah.
But for a portal like this, I think it'll be easier for me to reach out to a very obscure artist who specializes in some kind of expertise and get him for my movie. Or for it can be anybody else's requirement. It can be a musician's requirement. So I think that's a one.
That's a
lovely
great
aspect.
example,
One of the
Ashish, sir. That's a
questions
great
that
example.
he wants to know and didn't ask was that how does he monetize his flock with a casting director?
Yes.
Because a casting director is paid by the production house. A freelance casting director actually takes the money from the model who he recommends to whoever he recommends it to.
Yes. Yes.
So if he recommends a particular model, then he to a casting director, he loses them.
Right.
And how does he then monetize his efforts?
Yes. I think he has the answer to that through my team already. So, but I think, hold on one second. I think Samir actually has a unique perspective on this, given how much castings they have to do with raw talent.
Yeah, I mean, the way to look at it is that movies have limited bandwidth. The fact that the directors like Karan and Ashutosh will only do these many movies in a year. And then the second amount where you actually get tonnage and throughput is television. And the third, which is really a separate industry altogether, is the world which we are part of, which is digital. I mean, in UTV, we created a show called Chikipedia, which was meant only for the web. And in that, we casted Tahir Raj Bhasin. In fact, because of that series, then he got noticed by Yash Raj and was then in Mardani. So Tahir, to a large extent, was discovered because of a digital web series. The girl who was cast opposite him, Nafisa, actually has a good career on television now. So I think what's happened now, in fact, at Culture Machine, a lot of our product, whether it's on Being Indian or Blush, while we have mainstream Bollywood talent which comes for the big video, a lot of the talent actually keeps getting called regularly for films. So I think one step to think about is like a funnel. On the top end, you have digital, where you have a lot of tonnage of content, and because of that, talent gets discovered, and quite frankly, it gets watched by millions of people. So you get your face in front of like 150 million people who access portals like YouTube and Facebook and actually get to prove your talent in whatever genre which you are there, whether it's singing or acting or directing, or even people on art and art design actually get regularly called by movie production houses. The thing is, they don't have the bandwidth because they have to choose proven talent, because they're putting that kind of money on a product which is going to cost crores. So they want proven talent. Where do they go? They go to TV, and now increasingly they go to digital. So probably if you're a casting director, get in touch with us at Culture Machine. We create content regularly, and it's a great way to actually focus on new talent, because we can't afford Bollywood talent. So
Right.
necessity is the mother of invention, and that's the reason why we have to break new talent.
Well, the necessity is the reason why we created Talent Next. So that's a great explanation, Samir. I think we have one more question waiting.
Right here.
Yep.
Hi. Okay, so this question is directed towards Silly. I was just wondering, so what is the most essential thing you look at while forming a crew?
What do you mean by forming a crew?
Like, let's say if you want to pick your actors and even background actors, or is that a platform for Intel Next? Like, I'm just wondering.
I'm a musician, so
Okay.
if talking about, if I have to choose like a musician, let's say a keyboardist or a Shainai player or an oboe player or whatever, it's it's something which touches me. I mean, I don't really look at, you know, what the person can do, what the person, how many different instruments that guy can play or whatever. For me, it's just if I relate to his playing or her playing, or you know, the music he or she does, or the singing she does or he does, it's then that really is my calling. That I feel like I should, you know, connect with the person. But you know, Ashu said a very interesting thing about he was looking for these oboe players during Jodha Akbar. And many a times when we do a song, you know, we look for a new voice. And even though there are so many new voices, it's always like, lekin that thumri voice, that little, you know, that age in that voice. And sometimes it's very difficult to find in Mumbai city. And you definitely get something like that more in, you know, the regions of Punjab and Uttar Pradesh and Jammu and stuff like that. And those, lot of artists, they don't really want to come down to Mumbai. They're very comfortable in their own spaces. They're very happy. Some of them are radio artists. They perform on radio and they're phenomenal. And believe me, nobody knows about them in Mumbai. There's so many, and it's really something which you have to really research if you need a fantastic voice. For instance, like a, you know, like a female voice, which is like in her 50s or 60s or whatever. You need that kind of voice for a film song. It's very hard to find. You know, you only have your Kavita Sheth or your Malini Avasthi or, you know, whatever, a couple of other artists. But if you're really looking for a new voice, it's very, very difficult. I believe with TN, it will make a difference. You know, if it reaches out to those people, if it reaches out to those artists and those singers and those musicians, you know, we in Mumbai and the entire world will have a great time listening to these and discovering these voices.
That's well said, Salim. Thank you.
Hi, this is Ravi. Hi, this is Ravi, and my question to Salim sir. Hi, this side. सर टैलेंट की बात हो रही है तो अगर लेजेंडरी की बात ना हो तो थोड़ा सा अधूरा लगेगा. लोग इस समय चाह रहे हैं कि एक म्यूजिशियन पर एक बायोपिक बने. सो व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दिस कि आर.डी. बर्मन पर एक बायोपिक बनना चाहिए, आप क्या कहेंगे इस पर?
आर.डी. बर्मन जी पे एक फिल्म बन चुकी है ऑलरेडी, विच इज़ कॉल्ड पंचमदा, आई थिंक इट्स कॉल्ड. अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो फिल्म एक्चुअली सोनी पर आई थी और it's very sad that it didn't really get the kind of viewership it required. But I think it would have been great if it really got to you know, digital content, and because that way to Panchamda pe film bani hai. Just to answer your question, it came out about 3 years ago. It released on Sony Mix or so, I don't know which channel.
आपको लगता है कि मास ऑडियंस तक पहुंचनी चाहिए उनकी बायोपिक?
बेशक, आई थिंक उनका म्यूज़िक आज भी जिंदा है, उनका म्यूज़िक आज भी हम सुनते हैं. तो यू नो बेशक पहुंचनी चाहिए. बट मेरे हिसाब से यू नो टेलीविज़न अपनी जगह पे बहुत ही कमाल कर रहा है. लेकिन अगर ये सेम चीज़ अगर डिजिटल पे आ जाती है तो यू नो कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जो चीज़ टेलीविज़न पे आती है वो पूरी दुनिया नहीं देख सकती बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रोग्रामिंग द वे इट इज़. इंडिया ऑफ कोर्स वॉचेज इट. जितना इंडिया देखता है उतना देखता है, जितना बीम होता है बाहर. बट जैसे पंचमदा जैसे वो बायोपिक जैसे बनी थी, अगर उसी तरह डिजिटल पे अगर वो बने तो यू नो कनाडा, अमेरिका, यूके, इस तरह की कंट्रीज़ में बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो ये डिजिटल कंटेंट कंज्यूम कर पाएंगे. तो आई थिंक इट्स बेटर इट गोज ऑन डिजिटल एज वेल.
हाय करण, दिस इज आलोक. आप बस आवाज़ सुन लीजिए, आपके सामने हूँ.
हाँ आलोक.
सवाल ये है, एज अ प्रोड्यूसर और एज अ डायरेक्टर जब आप फिल्में करते हैं तो कास्टिंग पे कितना ध्यान आपका जा पाता है और किस तरीके का डिफरेंस होता है एक प्रोड्यूसर और एक डायरेक्टर के होने के नाते?
देखिए, प्रोड्यूसर होने के नाते तो अब कास्टिंग में मैं कभी घुसता ही नहीं, क्योंकि वो डायरेक्टर का माध्यम है. जब मैं डायरेक्टर होता हूँ तो ऑफ कोर्स कास्टिंग इज़ अ वेरी इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ द प्रोसेस. तो आजकल जैसे बहुत अहमियत है कास्टिंग पे और ज़रूरी होता है, क्योंकि हमारे जो किरदार होते हैं, जो एक्टर्स होते हैं, वो अभी वो ट्रेडिशनल फॉर्मेट के कैरेक्टर्स नहीं रहे. अभी नो देयर आर लेयर्स एंड देयर आर ग्रे एरियाज एंड एक ऊंदा एक्टिंग की बहुत ज़रूरत होती है. एंड आई थिंक जस्ट फॉर दैट आई थिंक वी हैव टू बी एक्स्ट्रा पर्टिकुलर. तो कास्टिंग इज़ अ बिग ड्रॉन आउट प्रोसेस. अभी बहुत बड़ा प्रोसेस बन चुका है वो हमारे लिए. इट्स नॉट सिंपल कि हम किसी ने उस फिल्म में काम किया है तो उसे कास्ट कर लो. अभी नए चेहरे की बहुत ज़रूरत होती है. और ये नए चेहरे जो होते हैं, नए टैलेंट जो होता है, जो हुनर जो होता है, वो बहुत ज़रूरी होता है टू गो टू डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स एंड पीपल टू फाइंड दैट. आजकल ये होता है, फ्रेश जो वर्ड बन चुका है ना, वो बहुत बड़ा वर्ड बन चुका है कि सब चाहते को कोई फ्रेश आ जाए, कुछ अलग हो, कुछ नया हो. वही किरदार अगर हम बार बार उसी एक्टर के पास जाएं, जिसने फादर का रोल किया होगा, तो आई फाइंड दीज कॉन्वर्सेशंस हैपनिंग अराउंड मी ऑल द टाइम कि लेट्स फाइंड अ न्यू फादर. I mean, वो न्यू फादर का क्या मतलब होता है पता नहीं. Now she's played a mother in 2 movies. We must find a new mother. तो नया बाप, नई माँ, नए भाई बहन, characters, interesting areas. It's all become about kind of finding new talent and platforming it on cinema. क्योंकि जो भी नया होता है और जो अलग होता है उसे ज़्यादा I think acceptance मिलती है, and you get much more praise for actually trying something different.
पहली फिल्म की अगर कास्टिंग का अगर कोई ट्रिविया आप देना चाहें जिसमें आपको मशक्कत काफ़ी हुई हो.
पहली फिल्म, मेरी पहली फिल्म.
जी जी जी.
मैं तो हर जगह गया था, मैं भिखारी बन चुका था उस फिल्म में. 9 हीरोइंस ने मुझे ना किया था टू कास्ट रानी मुखर्जी रोल. मैंने सोचा कि मुझे कोई ना मिले तो मुझे शॉर्ट स्कर्ट पहन के वो रोल करना पड़ेगा. इवेंचुअली 8 हीरोइंस सेड नो टू मी, एंड देन आई वेंट टू रानी जिन्होंने गुलाम किया था और करने वाली थी, वो कर रही थी, और उसके पास गया था क्योंकि आयरॉनिकली इट वाज सजेस्टेड टू मी बाय बोथ शाहरुख एंड आदित्य चोपड़ा. एंड दे सेड कि एक पिक्चर आई थी उसकी, राजा की आएगी बारात, तो उसने एक एक्सप्रेशन दिया था कि ट्रेलर चल रहा था उस दौर में, कुछ एक फैंटास्टिक सा एक मेन स्ट्रीम एक्सप्रेशन दिया था रानी ने. दोनों ने मुझे रेकमेंड उसी एक ही दिन पे किया था कि गो टू रानी, बिकॉज मैं नाम नहीं लूँगा, 8 हीरोइंस ऐसे नो टू मी, और किसी का फ़ोन भी वापस नहीं आया था. मैंने नरेट किया था जिस तरह प्रहलाद कहते हैं ना, उस टाइम मैंने स्क्रिप्ट किसी को नहीं दिया था, बाकायदा नरेशन दी थी मैंने, बहुत ड्रामेटिक नरेशन दी थी. फिर भी उन्होंने, फिर उसके बाद सलमान के रोल के लिए मैंने पता नहीं कहाँ गया था. तो फाइनली इट वाज अ बिग, तो ट्रिविया क्या बताऊँ, यही इट्स आई हैड टू रियली बेग फॉर बोथ सलमान एंड रानी टू बी ऑन बोर्ड. वो दौर अलग था, वो दिन अलग थे, क्योंकि मुझे इतना ही था कि पहली सीन में रानी मुखर्जी को मरना था, वो इट वाज शी वाज डाइंग. तो मुझे मेरे पापा ने कहा था कि अरे कोई नई लड़की होगी वो मर जाएगा, कोई केयर भी नहीं करेगा कि वो मर गई पहले सीन में. यू नीड सम काइंड ऑफ अ स्टार to kill her in the first scene. तो इसलिए मैं चाहता था कोई जाना माना सा चेहरा हो. तो it's been, I mean, I'm sure Ashutosh will tell you more stories about the casting of Lagan, क्योंकि वहाँ इतनी पूरी जो क्रिकेट टीम कास्ट करनी थी. I think that to me is the epitome, and I would say it to Ashu himself. I think it opened the doors. Lagan opened the doors of unusual casting in mainstream cinema, because there was not a single film till 2001 where you saw so many interesting new faces that all left a mark individually. It's never happened, and it actually opened the doors of casting. उसके पहले बहुत सारे जो डिफरेंट रूट्स होते थे वो इंडस्ट्री कास्टिंग होती थी, जो उस फिल्म में किसी ने किरदार निभाया, किसी और फिल्म में किया है तो वहाँ से ले लो, यहाँ से ले लो. बट आई हैड नेवर सीन दोज फेसेस. They were real people, and I think it was a large part of the success of Lagan was the casting of the cricket team.